let's explore sort of what stress is and how it can make us feel, and some of the things that can happen to our bodies that we might not necessarily realise is actually a stress response.
Yeah. So something you said earlier really made me think. Have you heard of the stress bucket analogy?
No. Tell me about the stress bucket analogy.
So the stress bucket analogy is that we all have a capacity for a certain amount of stress. And lots of things go into that bucket. And from what you were saying earlier, Amy, it sounds like if your dog's got arthritis, there's a huge amount of stuff in your bucket. And that's before you add anything else in life. And then when your bucket gets full, it overflows. And then that's when we see the symptoms of stress. And so if possible, we want to decrease the stuff going into the bucket, which is the changeable stuff. If we can't decrease the stuff going into the bucket, then we have to find a way to let stuff out of the bottom of the bucket, which is the emotional coping stuff. And your bucket overspilling is, like you say, the symptoms of stress. So there's lots of symptoms of stress that people aren't aware of, but we can categorize them in 4 ways. So physical symptoms, so backache, that's when if I get backache, I know that I'm not looking after myself properly and that I'm getting stressed. But like stomach problems, so feeling, in extreme cases like you're vomiting, but IBS and those kind of things can be stress related. Difficulties with sleep, generally feeling restless. So there's physical symptoms of stress. There's emotional symptoms of stress. So you may feel restless, for example, irritable, lose your temper, snap at people. Behavioural symptoms of stress. So that's things like procrastinating. I didn't realise that was a symptom of stress. I think that's quite interesting.
I do that.
Do you? Yeah, I think a lot of people do, but I didn't realise it was a symptom of stress, which is very cool. So procrastinating is a symptom of stress. Smoking or drinking more. And I think I always just thought that meant like excessive drinking. I mean, I don't mind a drink, that's fine. But anything that is more than normal, or binge eating, for example, just eating more than normal, drinking more than normal.
I do that too.
Chocolate. Yeah. Things that you don't normally do, changes to your behaviour can be a symptom of stress. And then finally, cognitive. Cognitive is things like trouble concentrating. And I don't know about you, but I really empathise with that when there's too much going on in my head, when my bucket is full. And then you make mistakes, don't you? And I don't know about you, Amy, but you accidentally give the tablet at the wrong time, and you give one with food that shouldn't have been with food because you're having difficulty concentrating.
Yeah. And
you need to let stuff out of the bottom of your bucket. What can't I change? What can I let out of the bottom? Don't know if that answers.
No, that's really great. So now I think you touched on sort of some of the techniques that we can use to sort of help us. So let's delve deeper into each of those. Okay. So for people who perhaps haven't practiced meditation or done meditation, we might think of sort of yogis in Bali on a retreat. But what is it really?
Yeah, very good question. What is meditation? Meditation is very simply just taking the time to look at what the thoughts are in your head. So yeah, we do often think of someone sitting cross-legged, sort of with their hands in a mudra and being very serious, but it doesn't have to be like that. So it could be as simple as, say you've got all of your dog's medications in front of you and you're thinking, oh my God, there's so much to do. Just close your eyes and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. In fact, we could try that now. Would that be nice to try, Amy?
Yeah, let's. I could do with some.
Okay. So we'll give it a little go now. So if you want to close your eyes, that can feel quite nice, but you don't have to. So just for a moment, just take a deep breath in. And then release it fully. And then do it again. Take a deep breath in. And then release it fully. And then one more. Take a deep breath in. And then release it fully. Okay. That's meditating.